Hello, hello. So, welcome to Shalisa's today. I came on actually not because I'm trying to sell a product, but just because I've got some things on my mind. Um, I'm in a transition, I believe. There's lots of goals that I have set for myself over the years, and so many of them have come to light. But every time you go through a transition or starting of something new, you've got to learn how to undo the habits of those things that you have done before, right? If you know what I mean. It's not easy just to shift gears, to change what you've been doing for a long time. So, one of the things that I wanted to do for a long time was to have classes, to do DIYs, to show people, ladies and young ladies in particular, how to do DIYs, things at home that you can do that you don't have to go and spend money on. Money is hard to come by. And just to know and to be exposed to things that you can do, like in the kitchen, things that you can cook and save money so you don't have to go to McDonald's and Chick-fil-A to do. You can create meals easy, sometimes most of the time less expensive than you can to go out. Who can afford that, right? So if you know the staples that you need in your kitchen, there are so many things that you can just go and grab once you get home. Thaw out some chicken, have the seasonings to go with that, either fry or bake. But just to know how and the what's behind being able to do those domestic things at home. Domestic is good. It's so good, especially in a time like this where money is so hard to come by. And it takes a lot of it gives you a lot of pride in yourself that you can do things and create by your hand. I know because I'm just the DIYer. I try to make anything first before I go and attempt to buy. That's just who I am, and I know that that gift and that talent and that knowledge comes from years of learning growing up with my mother, my father, that were so capable of doing things. So I learned just how to do things and to have that confidence in myself that I could just do things. And I want to share that part with you and to help you learn your gifts and your talents just through working with your hands. Do you know? I didn't start off making skincare. I didn't go to classes to learn how to do that. I just knew from a young age that working with my hands was something that I could do and that I could create, mainly from working in the kitchen, learning how to boil eggs. That can be a breakfast. Eggs and toast. You don't have to go and buy a biscuit from anywhere to get that, right? But starting learning to cook at home, to just make up recipes or make up meals to eat, just because there were things in the kitchen. There's eggs, there's milk, there's flour, cornmeal, things like that. Spices, pepper, salt, seasoning salts. Those things can make meals, right? They can make other products. And so learning that, learning how to measure, learning how to use a measuring cup, learning how to, learning through recipes, the right ingredients to use. So 1 pound of flour, 1 bag of flour can make a cake. It can make biscuits. It can make pancakes, cookies, all kinds of things. So staples in a home is sugar, flour, butter, milk, salt, pepper, right? Those are staples. You can make anything from bread to a cake, right? That sounds very similar, right? And it is. And when you can do those type things, then you can move along just having that confidence that you can make a cake. It means that you can measure, you can follow a recipe, and make something out of that. Well, that's why I knew that I could do skincare because I had those basic skills of baking a cake, creating something in the kitchen. Well, skincare for me started in my kitchen. I didn't go anywhere to a commercial setting, to a business that someone had already set up and taught me how. I didn't learn that way. I learned by trying things, following recipes, so to speak, and getting those items. And once I had those staples, you have a mixer, you have the spoons, you have the molds, you have the scents, fragrances, shea butters, those ingredients, they stay in my kitchen, right? And so then anytime I get ready to make a skincare product, basically it takes the same beginning, just like to make bread or pancakes or a cake. It's the same. You start with butter, sugar, water, flour. You keep that in your kitchen, and then anytime you think to make, oh, I want some biscuits today, you go to the cabinet because you've got all those staples already. So if you have just the minimum amount of ingredients in your kitchen, it can open up a whole world of other things that you can do. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I am in a transition from the making to the helping you learn how to make. And we're starting with some classes. I think the first one will be cooking, and it's going to be the end of August. I'm sorry. I think we're planning around the August 28th. So stay tuned for that. We're also doing something called Sacred Giggles. So it's to learn about self-care for the females, their sacred areas of their bodies, to learn how to take care of them, to get comfortable with them, to know what to do when certain things, life issues come up. That doesn't necessarily take going to the doctor first off. There's so many things that we can do because we have the knowledge and know where to find the ingredients to use to take care of ourselves. So we're going to start there with the Sacred Giggles. I'm thinking that's going to be, well, that's the one that's August 20. I'll get back with you on the dates because I think I'm getting dates mixed up, but just stay tuned because we are going to have some very informative, fun, educational, and beneficial. Now, I'm not a teacher. I can teach you some things, but I'm not a teacher and I don't know everything. So with me doing and planning these classes, I will bring some experts in as well to help us get you ready to find your gifts, your skills, your talents, and to start you on a DIY path. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. See you soon.